Welcome to newlytrading.com. News on some of the newest publicly traded companies on the TSXV, OTC, and on the CSE exchanges. Newly Trading is brought to you by thenewswire.com, the most affordable newswire service in North America. Get started with your free trial. Today we're talking with Morgan Good, CEO of Delrey Metals, trading symbol DLRY on the CSE exchange. Well, good day, Morgan.
How are you today, Jim?
I'm very well. To get started, maybe if you could share a little of your public market background and then give us a little bit of a history on Delrey Minerals.
Be happy to. My history in the capital markets started about 15 years ago. I was born and bred into a brokerage financier family with nearly half a dozen traders, brokers, and promoters around the family, so it was quite easy for me to get familiar with the space. Cut my teeth in investor relations and corporate development, and later moved into the restructuring of shell companies, building of companies, sourcing opportunities to take public, both by IPO as well as RTO. And now today I've obviously launched Delrey in the form of an IPO from A to Z. So the history of Delrey began about a year ago, actually in Marina Delrey in California, where I frequent from time to time to get out of the rainy Vancouver weather, which is actually where the name originated. And at the time, we decided that the energy metals or energy minerals sector within the mining space was something that was going to be quite exciting in the near term future. So we decided to build Delrey, launch it on the CSE. And of course, last week, October 24th, was our maiden trade date, and here we are today.
As you were saying, you guys are focused in the energy mineral space, and maybe you can expand a little on that and tell us what that entails. And there's certainly been a lot of discussion around that space.
Sure. Well, obviously, everybody over many years has been quite focused on the precious metals and base metal sectors, and just in recent years, you've seen lithium have quite a run. It's been quite exciting, and quite a few companies have raised a lot of capital and seen a lot of value created for their shareholders. That's really what intrigued us to be drawn to the energy metals part of the mining space. And, even as recently, you're seeing companies in cobalt and vanadium and other parts of the energy metals sector really get a lot of a following and excitement. So that's really what drew Delrey's focus. So the first property that we used to qualify the company for its listing is called the Sunset property. It's got some strong cobalt and copper potential. We've initiated our first phase of work at the Sunset, which is just completed. So we'll be awaiting results from the work program, which we expect over the coming couple of weeks. And, obviously, depending upon those results, we'll make plans accordingly. The company is also actively pursuing other assets that fall under the energy metal space. We feel it's a very exciting new sector that's just burgeoning now, and feel that the market itself, both from a capital markets perspective, finance perspective, and just general interest is headed in that direction.
So as far as kind of next steps, milestones for you guys, waiting on some results and just kind of assessing other opportunities?
I think that's a great way to capture what I said. Absolutely. We're going to see the first set of results here in the coming weeks. We are actively looking at several different projects. I think it's prudent for any publicly traded mining issuer to be doing so, and our team of management and professionals and important shareholders are assisting in that process. Hopefully, over the next 30 to 60 days, we'll be able to determine some other focuses to add to the fold of Delrey's portfolio.
If people wanted some more information, Morgan, or wanted to talk to somebody a little bit more about the company, how did they get hold of you?
The best way to get information on Delrey is to visit our website at www.delreymetals.com, and that's Delrey with two E's, DELREY, metals.com, or you can give me an email at Morgan, MORGAN, at delreymetals.com.
Well, again, congratulations on the listing, and we'll keep an eye on Delrey, and all the best in your future.
Jim, I really appreciate the time, and thank you so much again.
That was Morgan Good, CEO of Delrey Metals. Trading symbol is DLRY on the CSE exchange. That's it for this episode of newlytrading.com, the podcast. News on some of the newest publicly traded companies on the TSXV, OTC, and on the CSE exchanges. Newly Trading is brought to you by thenewswire.com, the most affordable newswire service in North America. Get started with your free trial. Newlytrading.com and this podcast are solely intended for information purposes. If you're considering investing in securities, always consult a professional advisor. I'm Jim Ripley.